Today I will kind of be working on this embroidery piece. It will be used as a piece of set design in my next short film, but obviously because it's copyrighted, probably I can't use it as one of the main pieces. It will be just one of the things that's stacked on the shelves. But today I want to focus on figuring out lighting and framing for all the embroidery shots, the close-up shots, because that will be a big part of the charm of this short film. So I really want to nail the cozy feeling of the shot, and especially with the embroidery. I will start with leaving the lighting as it is and just moving the camera for over our shoulder. I should try again with an embroidery hoop. This fabric is stiff enough that I don't need an embroidery hoop really, and I couldn't find it right now. So I'm going just with the fabric right now. So, I forgot to mention, recently my tripod head broke. It's terribly annoying. So I will be just making the shots that I'm at least confident that I can make with this tripod, and then I will figure out what tripod to buy. This lamp will not be here for the final project, but mostly I'm just checking lighting here. I will have to have some lights. I will need to figure out what can I get away with for lights, and then practice lighting with more of that. So I decided, since I will not be able to use that lamp, there's no point right now to have it on, and instead I'm going to try to see if I can make a good lighting arrangement with candles. So I brought an assortment of candles here, which should be enough for me to experiment with what looks good, what doesn't look good. Is it enough? Do they make any difference? So I will be cutting the light behind me and start figuring out the lights. I'm returning to the original position of the camera because I first need to figure out this lighting for the main shot. How much difference will the lights do for my face? Basically, if I will need to put this a little bit darker, if I will need to put some candles behind me. I can't say I see any difference in that. Maybe I will lower this light a bit. Now I kind of see more difference, but it's also kind of dark for working with glue, and I still will need to embroider here. So maybe I will put all of them in the back, maybe leaving one or two here. Okay, I'm gonna be visible right now. They don't offer any kind of backlight. So yeah, I'm going to need some hidden lights in here. Yeah, because the candles really don't do anything for the camera. So I'm returning to just basic lighting setup. I will figure out what to do and just be working on the frame for now. So first I'm going to do like the basic interview setup. I will put those candles on because it kind of makes sense for her to have a little bit extra light, even if the camera doesn't see it. So I kind of want to see on a bigger screen if this makes any difference at all or not, and if it's nice composition overall. Okay, so I will move over to that side and do a close-up on that. Actually, first I can go make a close-up from that side. So I'm not loving that outlet, but it's quite easy to cover it up. And I do like the option to just show my hands working on it. So this short film is starting to get more and more intimidating with the need of new lights, new tripod. I just hate making decisions on gear. That's why I prefer to use my old stuff, because like it's just not part of what I like about filmmaking, to get new toys. I just want to focus on the story, on the setting, on the props. That's kind of what my strengths are. So having to figure out the new lights, how to use them, where to place them so we cannot see them but they have the right effect. It's a part of filmmaking that I don't really enjoy, but since I'm going to have lots of embroidery pieces and it will take me a long time to prepare that side, I will be working on making costumes with embroidery for my next short film, The Hounds of Midwinter's Eve. So I will kind of be doing preparation for both, and they will be just one of the things that will be laying around in the shop. So yeah, if you do have recommendations for lights that would work into like this fantasy medieval shop setting that can be easily hidden, I do have a little bit more big lights. Looks like I will have to have a lot more lighting setup trials and errors and start figuring out what shots do I need to light. I do like how this desk is situated. It kind of makes sense for hair shop as well. I will see if I can get away with just keeping the desk this way. I didn't expect the lighting to be the problem. I probably should have that. I can use that lamp. Candles are not the best lighting possible. Probably I will use them as just props and excuse to add more lights from different sides. I do have lots of time, so I will be finishing up this piece and figuring out what other pieces I want to make. I do have one prop that she's actually using, but I don't think this fabric will work for. Like, it's a drawstring bag with yarrow flowers embroidered on it, but yeah, this fabric won't do. I just need some normal canvas, and then I will start figuring out the costumes for the hellhounds, because that's a project that I will need for both of the films. Yeah, I will start filling out the space, and I really want to make the other wall covered in like stones. So I do have lots of projects to play around with before I really have to figure out lighting. I didn't expect it to be problematic that much, so it's good that I caught that now, so I can start thinking this through, getting a little bit more pieces to balance out what I already have. So I will start slowly working on whatever I feel like for this project. I think I will be making the soonest in 6 months, and maybe even next year. I will see. I do need some embroidery projects done. I do need the wall, more things already done to be like truly prepared and like not rush with the set design or props, because I do have the time. I don't need to rush. Okay, I hope you're having fun with your projects too. Thank you for watching, and see you next week.